Thank God they sacked Clement, and it's already chaos here at Ibrox. Derek Ferguson has spoken out, Barry Ferguson is in talks, and Ali McCoist has named his picks for the next boss. But here's the big twist. Steven Gerrard's name is back in the mix, with Fabrizio Romano revealing the latest on a potential return. And behind the scenes, more exits are shaking things up as Alex Ray follows Philippe Clement out the door. Who's really in line for the job? And could a major surprise be on the way? Stay tuned. You won't want to miss this. The managerial situation at Rangers has taken yet another dramatic turn, with reports suggesting that Ibrox legend Barry Ferguson is set to be offered the job on an interim basis following the dismissal of Philippe Clement. After a disastrous defeat to St Mirren, the Rangers board, led by CEO Patrick Stewart, decided enough was enough. Despite previous assurances that Clement would be given time, due to his Europa League campaign, back-to-back domestic failures proved too much to ignore. Now Ferguson, one of Ibrox's most passionate figures, could be the man tasked with steadying the ship until the end of the season. Ferguson's managerial experience has been a mixed bag. His early spell at Clyde showed promise, but ended in a relegation battle. A successful stint at Kelty Hearts saw him guide the club into the SPFL for the first time, but his time at Alloa Athletic was far from impressive, leading to his resignation in 2022. Still, his love for Rangers and deep understanding of the club's expectations could make him the right man for the job in this transitional phase. The urgency of the situation means Ferguson could be in the dugout as soon as this week for the upcoming league clash against Kilmarnock. Rangers are in desperate need of stability, sitting 13 points behind Celtic in the league and already out of both domestic cups. However, European football remains a beacon of hope, with the team set to face Fenerbahce in the Europa League round of 16 next month. For Ferguson, this is more than just a managerial opportunity. It's a chance to bring leadership, passion, and a winning mentality back to Ibrox, something that has been sorely lacking in recent seasons. With the club's American investors looming in the background, a permanent appointment in the summer seems inevitable. But could Ferguson's performance in the coming months change that narrative? Should Rangers take a gamble on Barry Ferguson long-term if he impresses, or would that be another sentimental decision rather than a step forward? The search for the next Rangers manager is in full swing, and Ali McCoist has added fuel to the fire by naming 3 potential candidates for the job. With Barry Ferguson all but confirmed as interim boss until the end of the season, the focus is now shifting to who will take over permanently in the summer. McCoist, speaking on TalkSport, acknowledged that Steven Gerrard remains an obvious option due to his past success at Ibrox, but also pointed to Kevin Muscat, who came close to landing the job before Philippe Clement's appointment, and Derek McInnes, a manager who knows the league inside out. The former Rangers striker also revealed he would have taken a gamble on Frank Lampard before his move to Coventry, but admitted that ship has now sailed. While no clear favourite has emerged, the likes of Sean Dyche and even Alan Pardew have been linked, keeping the rumour mill turning at full speed. McCoist also didn't hold back on the club's recent failures, suggesting that Rangers would have won the league last season had they signed Lawrence Shankland from Hearts. He believes the lack of investment in key areas contributed to Clement's downfall, though he insists the Belgian was not solely to blame for the current state of affairs at Ibrox. Should Rangers look to a familiar face, or is it time to take a completely different direction? The club's hierarchy now faces a crucial decision that could define Rangers' future for years to come. One name that continues to surface in speculation is none other than Steven Gerrard, the former Rangers manager who famously guided the club to its long-awaited 55th Scottish League title in the 2020-21 season, has been linked with a return to Ibrox. His tenure at the club saw Rangers go unbeaten in the league and achieve historic defensive and points records, re-establishing them as a force in Scottish football. However, his abrupt departure to Aston Villa in November 2021 left a bitter taste for some fans who felt he had abandoned the project just as Rangers were poised to build on their success. Now, with Gerrard out of work following an underwhelming stint in Saudi Arabia with Al Ettifaq, reports suggest he could be in contention for a return. Fabrizio Romano, the highly respected football journalist, has confirmed that while Gerrard's name is being discussed, there has been no direct contact between the club and his camp as of yet. Rangers are still assessing their options, and Gerrard remains just one of several candidates being considered for the role. However, there are mixed views on whether Gerrard returning would be the right move. His tenure at Aston Villa ended in disappointment, and his time in Saudi Arabia was far from convincing. Would bringing him back be a progressive step for Rangers, or would it simply be an emotional decision based on nostalgia? Ally McCoist, a legend in his own right, has weighed in on the debate, suggesting that while Gerrard is a natural option, given his past success at Ibrox, the club should also consider other candidates. Surprisingly, former England manager and Premier League veteran Alan Pardew has also declared his interest in the job. While he has experience managing at the top level, his recent track record has been questionable, and his connection to Rangers is virtually non-existent. Other names being floated include Russell Martin, Steve Cooper, and even Giovanni van Bronckhorst, who took Rangers to the Europa League final but was dismissed soon after due to inconsistent league performances. Adding another layer of intrigue to the managerial search is the potential takeover by Parag Marathi and the 49ers Enterprises. If the American investors complete a deal for Rangers, they could bring fresh funds and a new vision for the club, which may influence the decision on who becomes the next permanent manager. Would an investor-backed Rangers seek a high-profile appointment, or would they prioritize someone who understands the club's culture and history? Ultimately, Rangers are at a crossroads. The next managerial appointment cannot be another short-term fix. It must be a decision that sets the club on a path to sustained success. Steven Gerrard remains a beloved figure for many, but is he the right man to lead the club forward again? So here's the real question. Should Rangers take the risk of bringing back Steven Gerrard, despite his recent struggles, or is it time for a fresh face to take the club into a new era? The managerial shakeup at Ibrox continues. Dismissal of Philippe Clement. Alongside this change, Alex Ray and Stephen van der Heijden have also left the club, departing as key members of Clement's coaching staff. Their exits mark yet another step in the restructuring process as Rangers look to stabilize in the wake of recent struggles. Ray, a former Rangers midfielder, was brought into Clement's backroom team to provide insight into the club's culture and expectations. However, with the Belgian's departure, it was only a matter of time before his closest staff followed him out. Van der Heijden, who played a crucial tactical role under Clement, also departs, leaving significant gaps in the coaching setup. As Rangers navigate yet another period of upheaval, all eyes are on the board to get these crucial decisions right. With Derek Ferguson now leading the team, the question remains, will he steady the ship and stake his own claim for the job, or is he simply keeping the seat warm for a bigger appointment in the summer? If you haven't seen yesterday's video yet, you're missing out. Explosive news about Rangers that'll leave every fan stunned. Go check it out now.